To rent or to buy, that's a $1 million question we're asking ourselves all the time. In today's video, we're going to show you some math, run some numbers, and I'm going to give you a side-by-side comparison, what it would be like to rent versus buy a home here in the Bay Area. And I'm going to show you through buying a home, how you could turn $150,000 into $500,000. So before we dive in, I do want to acknowledge that we are kind of in an environment where interest rates are at the high places. I want to acknowledge that buying a home with those interest rates could feel scary. I understand that many of you are on the fence of buying a home because there seems to be a lot of fluctuation and it's still at a high place. My goal today is to show you the exact numbers so you can make an educated and informed decision. So let's look at this chart side by side. Assuming you're paying a rent every month of around $4,500, and that is probably the rent of a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a luxury condo here in the Bay Area or a small single-family home. And that money that you pay every month is building you zero equity if you just pay it in rent. However, the same payment at today's interest rate environment, which is about 6% for a 30-year mortgage, and I know this week we just heard from the Federal Reserve Bank that the interest rates will be dropping. So hopefully by the time you see this video, interest rate has gone down from 6%, maybe at a much lower place. So let's take that same monthly payment and let's translate that into a mortgage payment of $44.97. $44.97 roughly translates to about $750,000 of loan from the bank. With this loan plus your down payment of $150,000, that would give you a purchasing power of $900,000. This is running off a mortgage at 6% interest rate, which is about the average we're seeing these days. Let's just say that let's take a 6% mortgage interest rate, and that will translate to around a $4,500 monthly payment of a purchase power of $500,000 with a 20% down payment. Over time, you see how your equity grow. In this chart, in 5 years with an average of 5% home appreciation, you are seeing equity growth of $248,000. The key is really to keep the property long enough, because over time, real estate tend to appreciate, and in 10 years, more likely than not, your home value will grow to a significant amount. And in this particular chart, assuming a 5% average home appreciation, in 10 years, your $150,000 is growing into an equity of $566,000. If you just look at the cash on cash return, and remember, cash on cash is all the cash you put into, including all the monthly payment you put in and the down payment you put in, you could see 82% return on the cash you put in. And again, look at the chart over on the rental side, you will see that if you continue to pay that kind of rent year over year, you're building zero equity. So this is a really realistic way of looking at real estate. Obviously, renting and buying is a little bit different. Yes, you do need that seed money, that down payment. You are able to get a loan probably for as low as 5% down. Typically, to qualify for the best rate, banks will want to see at least a 10 to 20% down payment. Hopefully, this will give you a side-by-side comparison and help you to make that decision if you on the fence of buying or on the fence of thinking that whether buying or you should continue to rent. Hopefully this chart will help you make a more informed decision. Now you know how to turn $150K into $500,000 in 10 years with real estate. You may have additional questions on how to grow your net worth through real estate. In this video right here, I'm going to show you how I made my first $1 million through real estate. So watch this video right here. I'll see you over there.